It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, this the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, come take a ride with us if you DJing or rapping. No capping, staying linked in, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver's who's who. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Shady Sports, Shady Sports, Shady Sports. What's goody, everyone? Welcome back. It's Saturday morning, so you know what that means. We're hanging out at the bus stop. Last Saturday, I was a little sick. I didn't want to bring my germs around everyone at the bus stop, so I was like, I'm going to kick it. I'm going to stay home, but we're back. And what time better than ever, right? Rolling into week 1. With a big showdown. So I think it's only right to have, me and Statik on here. So I'm Gemini, co-host of the bus stop. We got Statik. What up, Statik?
What's up, man? Starting to feel better?
Yeah, man. I am starting to feel a bit better. I don't think I've felt under the weather for this long, I feel like. But either way, it's getting there, and I'm feel good enough to be on here, right? To talk some Broncos, talk some Titans, talk some NFL and some music. So, like I said, we got the showdown. We got Broncos, Titans. Week 1 of the NFL, we made it. We're finally here. No more off-season, preseason, none of that mess, fake games or whatever it may be. We got real games.
It all counts now.
Right? Hopefully it all counts. That's what they say. So no, if we all follow the college football model, that I think it's the Big Ten that wants it, where they get like teen automatic bids or something, none of the games will count. But no, all these games count, like Statik said. So yeah, man, are you excited? What's the goal? You gonna be at this game? I know you're always showing up at games.
Yeah, no, I won't be at this game. I really want to be. It's Titans versus Broncos. It's week 1 for the Broncos, and then Titans are my team. Broncos are my team also by heritage and place of birth and everything like that. So I always have love for my home teams, but Titans have a special place in my heart. I don't feel confident that the Titans will bring anything to the table other than getting that experience this season. Hopefully it'll be better than last season, but I plan on definitely watching it. I'm excited to see how Cam Ward really plays against a real team, real defense. He's going up against the number 1 projected defense for this season, so it'll be interesting to watch, honestly.
Yeah, man, I think that's really it. What the one thing that's for sure keeping the Broncos in it is going to be that defense going into the season. And right, that's going to be – I think that's going to be more than saying a test of the Broncos defense, but like a test of seeing if the Broncos choose to kind of play down to competition.
Right.
We'll see. Because if they come out and they just try to match the Titans could possibly pull this one out, quite honestly, right?
Right.
And whereas you look at it all over the world, I mean, well, every sports book, they have the Broncos heavily favored to win this. And I mean, I think that's based off, quarterback play alone. You got a rookie quarterback coming in against what's arguably the number 1 defense.
Right. Yeah. And it's, what's the one thing that speaks volumes is that, there's players that didn't even make the 53-man roster that have turned down 53-man roster team, other teams, and offers just to stay on the practice squad. So I mean, that says a lot. It speaks volumes. I know Sam Ellinger is one of them. He had turned down being a backup in another team, making the 53-man roster just to stay on the Broncos practice squad.
Which I mean, I heard about that. I don't know. I don't know if I would turn down more money and a chance to play when I'm not necessarily playing. But at the same time, though, right? Like if you feel like maybe, hey, like his more money wasn't that much more, and the team wasn't that good compared to maybe he can get, learn on a really good team this year and then get more interest next season.
Right, exactly. And maybe he's just waiting for, that corner to turn for, anyone else in that backup room, whether it be from injury, fingers crossed that don't happen. But, he's like, my turn will come, I feel like. And, the Broncos, I see a lot with them. And I plan on with them thinking that, we're going to make it pretty far into these playoffs.
I know as a fan, I do not want to see Sam Ellinger out there.
Same. He did decent, but he's a backup for sure.
Yeah, right. Because that means that Stidham's down, Bo Nix is down, and this is what we're rolling with. So I don't know if I'm trying to see that though. So, more power to him and more props to him. But at the same time, but also too on the flip side though, I feel like I guess it does elevate the practice squad and stuff like that, right? Like you do got people that want to stick around. Like shoot, that says a whole lot. What up, Cody? This is a whole lot about the team and the organization as a whole, to where people are like, okay, well, I'm going to stick with, the practice squad and just duke it out and learn it out every week,
Right, exactly.
All right. I mean, who knows? Who knows a person's journey? I mean, maybe Sam Ellinger is like, you know what? I'm going to be a coach, right?
Right.
I'm going to go that route. And I don't know, but that does say a lot, because I feel like even just 3 years ago, I don't think that would have happened.
Right.
In the quarterback room.
Right.
Right. Who was Russ's backup? I don't even remember.
For when he played with us?
Yeah.
Stidham.
Was it Jarrett Stidham?
Yeah.
Jarrett Stidham's just been getting that. Oh, yeah. He is on like his 4th or 5th year, right?
Yeah, he came straight from Oakland in their last year, and then they moved to Vegas, and he was Vegas backup for a year, and then he's been with us for the past, I think, 4. I think it's his 6th season as backup.
Dang. Yeah, that's wild. See, but I don't know if that happens, though, 3 years ago, Russ. And with I guess go back 4 years ago with Nathaniel Hackett, right? I don't think we have somebody like, you know what, I want to learn on the Coach Hackett.
Right, exactly.
But it's cool to see like the turnaround that's happened here.
And fast.
Denver.
And fast.
And on the flip side, I mean, you kind of see with your Titans, man, how, I don't know, it feels like they're getting farther away from their Derrick Henry days.
Yeah, it really does. I really do fully blame the ownership group, honestly, on that. They're making some really wild moves instead of, sticking with the basics, sticking with what was working. Under Mike Vrabel, we were dominant on both sides of the ball, whether it be defense or offense, even though Mike Vrabel is a defensive head coach with his mindset. And, our offense played well. We were securing the right players in the right places. And it almost seems like there's just a change of control and a change of just opinion, and the people weren't seeing eye to eye anymore, and they just didn't understand that Vrabel had that winning mindset. He had that winning roster. They were successful. They were going to AFC playoff every year. They're making it all the way to championship a couple of years.
Winning that division.
Yeah. We were top of the division for, consecutive years. And then out of nowhere, they made changes and got rid of people and refused to sign them. I don't know if it's a money thing on the back end. I don't know if it's just wanting to change, but I mean, they're falling on their face heavily. Right.
What do you, man? I don't know. We'll see though. I kind of low key like their team. I just traded away Calvin Ridley, and then like when I traded him, I realized I had Cam Ward on my bench. I was like, dang, could have saw something. But hopefully we don't see something in week 1 for sure.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. They were like kind of like, in tops, especially in that AFC South. It's kind of been like a toss-up since then, right? Like since they were kind of just had their run at it. Now you're seeing like the Texans take it over. You see the Jaguars squeaking out a win here and there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's kind of like
I'd rather us have a winning season than number 1 overall draft pick, man.
What? Yeah. Well, hopefully your number 1 draft pick can get you there.
Right.
Should have been Shador. No, I'm playing. I'm just joking. No, but shoot. Imagine if they had been like, you know what? Sticking to our guns. Let's go get Ashton Genty, Derrick Henry 2.0. I would have been happy with that.
Right.
I mean,
I would have been happy with that too.
I feel like that would have been a more soft. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Cam Ward's pretty good. He was no slouch. He set records too. So
yeah, and we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I think it was a safe pick. It was something that was needed. There was no hope for Levis. Honestly, I lost complete and all faith for him when we had Malik Willis, and then we got rid of Malik Willis, and I was like, "What are we doing, man? What are we doing?"
Mm-hmm. I feel like Malik Willis was a little premature anyway.
Right,
rushed out there, but maybe Cam Ward can be that. At least that builder piece, right? At least something you can be like, okay, we got quarterback. We're good, right? That's the goal. So,
yeah. And, keeping it on the football topic, we have our fantasy football league draft tonight.
Oh, man, I'm so glad you said something about fantasy football draft. I got another draft at noon. Oh, yeah. No. I think it's noon East Coast. I think I got a draft coming up right now while I'm on the air. But we do have our draft tonight.
Our league is our league is at 8 tonight. 10 Eastern Standard Time. Who are you trying to go for overall 1? If you get that number 1 pick, who are you going to go for?
Coming for that. My draft is in an hour. Coming for that number 1 spot. You know
Shador
what?
Sanders.
No, I'm not saying my pick. Okay. I know who I would really pick, honestly.
Yeah.
Who I think is just going to go off this season. But I would pick probably Shador Sanders in the 4th round for sure for that second quarterback spot. Because once he starts for Cleveland, he ain't letting go. But Joe Flacco did look good in that last preseason game. And it's like, okay, yeah. It is.
Yeah, I think it's a good send-off for him. I think it's really more of like a send-off kind of starting position for him, where it's like we don't know how many more seasons this guy got. He has a
right. I think honestly, the hope is like, can Deshaun Watson get healthy by the end of the season? They still have him. They still have this guy, with the hope that he can take over. I know they're trying to move forward, but come on, they drafted a 3rd and a 5th round pick at quarterback when they had the 1st round pick overall. So they weren't exactly trying to, or second pick overall. They weren't trying to, knock it out the park with their quarterback picks.
Right. And they really, sent a message when they kept both those rookie quarterbacks as the backups. They got 3 quarterbacks this year, 2 of them being rookies. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic when they, if and when Joe Flacco needs a break or he gets injured, whatever the case may be, who's going to step up to the plate. They have Gabriel's in for the 2nd spot and Shador in for the 3rd spot. But, I can see that changing. I can see a shift in them, as the season goes along and comes along, when they start doing their training camps and everything, and they start doing practices, and I can see a shift where Shador takes that number 2 spot.
And, the Browns are set up perfectly, too, because they can compete this season if they want to and actually see where they can go and see exactly what they got without having the tank. Because they still have the 2 first-round picks, having Jacksonville's first-round pick, too. And that way, they still have, kind of a get-out-of-jail-free card, right? Because they can jump back into the top 5 of the draft if they need be. If they really want to go try to get Arch Manning, they have the firepower to do it. So I think they can go either way for sure. I don't know. I just watched the CU game last night. It's going to be an interesting crop of quarterbacks coming out, especially if they're all dual threat. I don't know nothing about college football quarterbacks, but those guys are weird. Dual threat quarterbacks. We got a bunch of those coming out, man.
Weird.
NFL is going to look different for sure. But
right.
But yeah, the Browns could go either way, though. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they don't really have pressure to tank or lose games. They can try to win games if they happen to win more than need be. They can still determine where they are if they end up in the middle of the pack.
Right, and they still have Myles Garrett. You know, they did the opposite of what Dallas Cowboys did, and trying to shop around their star player.
The dumbest Cowboys. Oh man, they're all trying to justify it too. They're like, well, he wasn't that in the playoffs, and this and that, and blah blah. It's like you got 3 first round picks essentially because you got the 3-time Pro Bowler. Come on, like that sounds like they thought he was a lot, and then they paid him a lot, and then and then they got so many big games over there in the NFC North that they're gonna need him, right? Like I think it's just now it's just like, who stays healthier longer, him or Aiden Hutchinson, right?
right. And it's just crazy, it just makes sports across the board worry about getting drafted to Dallas or to Texas and period. Honestly, specifically Dallas, just because they're comparing the Micah Parsons trade to Luka Doncic. It's just like no matter how good you are, if you play for a Dallas team, there's a threat of them shopping you around somewhere.
Right? It doesn't even matter what sport you play on. You play badminton, you better watch out. They're going to shop you around if you're good. They're not re-signing you. They don't like to spend money over there in Texas. Right. And that's weird because it's like you got all this money. Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for like $188 million or something like that.
It was in the range of like $300 million or something around there. Yeah.
I don't even think it was like $300 million. I think it was less than like $200 million. Either way, even if it was $500 million, they're worth $13 billion right now.
Right.
Like, he can afford to re-sign Micah Parsons. That was dumb. But you know what? At the same time, too, though, like, he's a businessman. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe he's smart and I'm dumb. Maybe you don't re-sign Micah Parsons and then just let it go into the wind, because now you can just reload. And
yeah, he bought that's not it. Try and look it up. They're worth an estimated $12.8 billion right now, though.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but at the same time, whatever, though, right? You're worth $12.8 billion. He didn't get there by being stupid. They're the highest valued football franchise.
Yeah, he paid $140 million for the team.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's something, but I guess it would suck to be a Cowboys fan, though. You're like, we're so close. We have the pieces, and now we don't have the pieces. We got to start the pieces over again. But I think Jerry Jones is trying to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's trying to get Arch Manning.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, Dak is overlooked heavily now. He's not nearly what he used to be even 2-3 years ago, where he was looked at as one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Now
he's still looked at as a top quarterback, but definitely not top 5.
No, definitely not.
Not at all. Let's see. That's Joey B, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,
Jaden Daniels. I'd throw him in there.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then even in the next set of quarterbacks, you got Pat Mahomes.
I would throw Goff in there.
For sure. Jared Goff. Matt Stafford. Gosh, I throw Bo Nix in there. I'm sorry, I throw Bo Nix in there. Definitely. But even without Bo Nix, though, you still have. I think I would probably put Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, you got Kyler Murray.
I don't think I put Kyler Murray over Dak.
I would. I will put them pretty much dead even.
I could put. Okay, yeah, I'd say that. honestly, I put them dead even. But I do think Dak has more weapons.
Yeah, he has his size. He has his size over Kyler. That's always been like the Achilles heel for Kyler Murray, and one of the big reasons why people said he should have went with baseball over football. But
and I think Dak has more weapons too, though, right? He has, he's had CeeDee Lamb at receiver forever. He had Ezekiel Elliott for the longest. I think their tight end was named Ferguson.
Yeah, I think all Kyler Murray's ever had was Larry Fitzgerald, for the little bit of time he had him.
He had Larry Fitzgerald for a little bit?
I think for a season or two.
Yeah. And well, they got Trey McBride, who's a beast, but doesn't get touchdowns.
No. He's your first down man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. And then I put, let's see. Yeah, so I guess Dak will fall in like the top 10, maybe.
I see top 15 for sure.
Yeah, top 15 for sure. I hope so. Right?
Making it in that maybe 13th, 14th slot.
But I think they're trying to get a quarterback. I don't know. That's just what it feels like. They're getting all those draft picks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got to be working for something, honestly, and trying to secure some type of position to put themselves as a staple again. Just because, they're the furthest thing from America's team right now. I don't know who would be America's team right now, but it's definitely not the Cowboys. It was the Broncos for a good solid couple seasons, man.
I think it's still the Cowboys team, though.
When the Sheriff was in town, it was the Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would fall under that, but yeah, to be America's team, I feel like right now in the standings, it has to be the defending champ Eagles. Philly was definitely homage to a lot of patriotism and whatnot, but I feel like that would be the only team that would stand out as America's team to give any kind of competition or leverage in terms of having wins and being heavily represented. Philly fans, I'm sorry, Sam.
I'd say the Chiefs, if anything.
I could agree with that a little bit too. I could see the Chiefs just because they've been on a run.
They're running the past 7 years, right? The Eagles just kind of came and won the Super Bowl last season. The Chiefs been doing this.
Yeah, last standing dynasty, I'd say, honestly, for sure.
I put the Eagles up there too, though. You're right, because they did do it with two different
rosters,
quote franchise quarter, two completely different organizations. Actually, if you look. Yeah. Look at it from freaking what's his face? Brian Kelly. Wasn't it Brian Kelly the coach?
I think so.
When they had Carson Wentz and Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. God, this time they didn't win with a backup quarterback.
Right. Yeah, and the craziest thing about it is, the head coach ties to both of those teams is Andy Reid.
Yep. And
so does that make him America's head coach?
Gosh, I think so, right? Because he took them there so many times. It's almost like he lost just so they could win.
Yeah. He's like the LeBron James of Super Bowls.
Oh, man. Yeah, he is. He really is. I remember growing up, it just felt like it was either Andy Reid or freaking Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. One of those three people was going to be in the Super Bowl.
Right.
For sure. Like, that is wow. Yeah. So I guess you could say the Eagles may be up there.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say there's no single defining team that is America's team right now, though.
Yeah, probably still the Cowboys, though. If you did a vote.
Yeah, I would.
Because they got so many people down in Texas, man.
It's a big place, definitely. And they only got the two teams. It's not like Cali or Florida where there's three teams that people have to decide between.
Yeah, man. So you got a prediction for the Broncos-Titans game?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Broncos take it. Probably my guess on the score would be 34 to somehow 13. Some weird score.
Dang, 34-13.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dominance, but I feel like it'll be a learning curve for Cam Ward. I think it's a good priming for him, honestly, because he's going up against the best defense ranked right now. Honestly, there's hands down, there's no better defense in the league other than the Broncos. terms of rosters, names, stats, titles, everything. And so, it'll ease him into it. It's throwing him straight into the fire. He'll get burned, but every game after that, he's going to see it as a little bit easier because it's not the Broncos defense.
Yeah, we'll see, man. And I hope so, for sure.
Yeah.
Cam Ward was named rookie. Cam Ward was named captain. So that says a lot.
Yeah, it does say a lot. He has that leadership value. He has leadership value for sure. And, he took charge. And he's still taking charge. I think it's going to be a good thing for him overall to give him that title right off the bat. It's not something that you really have to earn these days through stats or experience. It's just the stars that go along with that captain patch, that comes with the time of how long you've taken leadership. But it's also a matter of just, when you're in those huddles, when you're rallying the team, when you're, doing everything you can to make sure that you're starting and ending strong. Their preseason went really well overall, though. I mean, Titans, they really held their own. They looked good. I'm not going to downplay it and say that, we're just going to blow this season up again or anything like that. I think we have a good shot. We have a good-looking team. I just don't see us making heavy moves like the Broncos are going to make in their second year.
So what you're saying, though, is I should probably go bet on Cam Ward for Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah. I would. I think that's a safe bet for sure.
I don't know. I think so, too. Just because, especially with him being named captain, they're not going to turn away from him. And I don't think there really is another quarterback that's going to start week 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about when you said it, too. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of rookie quarterbacks in the draft that came out that are going straight into a starting position like he is.
I would say Ashton Genty probably has a better chance if he dominates.
Yeah, give him 1,000. If he gets 1,000-yard season, I can see it happening. But with Geno Smith in the backfield, I could see it being a heavy mix. Geno's got an arm on him. He has accuracy, so I don't see Ashton Genty having to carry the weight of the team offensively the entire year, people would.
Cam Ward.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say too. Is Cam Ward will have the ball in his hand.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Play. Yeah, he's gonna put up numbers. I could see Cam Ward having. If I had to guess a Cam Ward stats for the year, I think he's gonna have 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and I'm gonna go with 4,100 yards.
Dang. That's like CJ Stroud's rookie season.
Yeah, I can see him coming out strong because unfortunately, they're going to have to rely on him heavily. He's going to have to ball out. I think he's going to get more interceptions than I'd like, but he's also going to hold consistent and get 25 touchdowns, and that'll carry them into a wild card slot. I'm thinking hopefully would be my prediction, and them losing in that first round of the wild card.
Yeah, bro. CJ Stroud, his rookie season, had 23 touchdowns. How many interceptions did you say for Cam?
11.
Oh, he only had 5, though.
Yeah.
4,100 yards. But still, that's about – and he won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and that's where I think he'll, hold consistent and strong with the touchdowns, but I think he's going to throw more picks than I'd like to see. And, just still be able to move that ball around and get everybody in the right place, and make the right plays. And we'll see some highlights to him that, we wouldn't expect to see out of a rookie quarterback. Just something like Jaden Daniels had last year where you're just like, man, all right, the game-winning touchdown drive. Let's go.
Dang, if he does that, though, I think the Titans will be in a pretty good spot, though.
Yeah, no, it'll give him a lot of hope, and that's the overall hope and goal. I'm hoping that it doesn't play the other way around. It's 11 and touchdowns, 25 interceptions. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, that they probably turn to somebody else by that point.
Yeah, definitely, and they probably put the ball back in Levis's hands, which, man, I hate seeing him on the roster still. I hate seeing his name as a in the quarterback room and talks at all. He's not a pro football quarterback. He peaked in college, and that's just unfortunate.
Shoot, Jane Daniels had 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 3,500 yards.
Okay.
So, I mean, he doesn't have to throw all over the place. You know, they got a solid running back room over in Tennessee.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley has really shown some good looks in the preseason and in the early training camps and everything like that. He's been looking real good, honestly. And that's the thing I love to see because, you know, he was looking under Levis's arm and throws. He wasn't getting the looks he wanted. He wasn't being able to shine the way Calvin Ridley did in, you know, the Falcons.
Yeah, that's true. And I think Cam Ward did have like one of, I think it was like one of the faster passes or something coming out of college football. But he has a pretty good arm though, and we saw that with like, what was it, like a 35-yard pass in the second preseason game.
Yeah, and he could
So
throw
we
the
saw
deep
a big arm. Yeah.
He could throw that deep ball.
Mm-hmm. And just being young, I feel like that gives him he's a bit more mobile too. I think it'll help out with Calvin Ridley. Like Calvin Ridley will be able to lock in and like break away. I think they're gonna have a good season.
Yeah, I could see if I had to predict the record and everything for the entire season, I could see them going like 10-7, 10,
Dang.
7, and having a
Shoot.
way better than they had.
I'd say 10-7. That probably win them the division down there in the AFC South.
And it's cushioned by a pretty decent schedule. Honestly, they don't have the hardest schedule by any means, so it'll kind of cushion them into it a little bit to get a winning season and get away from this last season and how that really looked for us at the end of the year. Man, it was depressing seeing our record, knowing who we were going up against. We had one of the harder schedules last year, with being one of the worst rosters. It wasn't a good matchup for us at all any week.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got a pretty decent schedule. You're right. Played the Broncos and the Rams first 2 weeks, so that's a bit tough. But at least the Rams at home. But then it gets easy after that.
Yeah, definitely. And then, you know, we got the Colts, which I think could be a sure thing for us. I think we can pull that out, give us some motivation and some momentum, carry that into Houston, go up against CJ Stroud. That one kind of hard to say, honestly, how we come out of that one. Then we go up against Cardinals. I feel like that could be an easy one for us if, you know, we're carrying some more momentum still. We got the Raiders, which, I mean, we're playing the Las Vegas Genties.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots. That'll be an interesting one as the Patriots week, honestly, because that's the return of Mike Vrabel, where he used to be our head coach. Now he's with Patriots. So,
I mean, I feel like, if anybody's going to do it, it's that division you guys have. The Texans literally went from 3-13 to 10-7, right? So I think that's kind of what you guys do over there. You get your teams and you have those players for a minute, and those teams built up and stack, right? And then you can reload, and it like rotates through. The Jaguars are usually like the wild card in that division, but I feel like y'all just float through. So hopefully. If so, man, that'll be a competitive division.
Right. And I think the weakest link on the entire team right now is our head coach, Brian Callahan. You know, I feel like it wasn't the best decision to make. I'm going to give him this season to really give him a chance. And because since we got rid of Vrabel and gave Callahan the spot, it's just not been a good look. Things have always gone really bad for us. It's been a 180 from when Vrabel was there. So I'm just really hoping that, you know, things change around and that, you know, he changes how he's perceived by, you know, any Titans fan out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all still holding animosity towards, you know, the ownership group for getting rid of Vrabel. I think that was one of the best head coaches that we could have had.
Well, he went back to the Patriots, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Dang. Yeah, Titans be making some weird head scratching moves, man. We're just like, what are they even talking about?
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like the Cowboys a little bit, honestly, where
Mm.
you're never surprised, but always caught off guard. I didn't see that coming, but I'm not surprised.
You're like, yeah, I know it's gonna happen though.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's just really kind of establishing themselves as a force again instead of being looked at as just an easy win.
Yeah, so I mean, but I think they can do it. Like we said, like if that division is the division to do it in. I mean, we even saw last year, the Texans weren't exactly world beaters, right? So
Yeah, they were riddled by injury, man. They could not catch a healthy week to save their life.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you said 34-13 for your prediction
Yep.
for Broncos, Titans. Dang. That's a good prediction.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it'll be a slow start for both sides. I think it's going to be a slow first quarter where nothing's really happening. People are like, man, this isn't looking good for Broncos, this and that. And then they're going to start questioning it. And then, in the second quarter, things are going to pick up heavy. Bo Nix is going to start balling out and just dropping bombs left and right. He's gonna remind everybody that he's got legs and movement. He's gonna move around that pocket, get some long runs in, and we're gonna see. I think R.J. Harvey and J.K. do their thing. And, I think it's gonna be a good look for the running. I think it's gonna be a really big show for the running game that we've improved, and that we're a running team and passing team again. So that's not something Broncos haven't had in a long time.
And Evan Ingram up the middle too. I think we're gonna see a whole bunch of things we have not seen on the Broncos team since the Peyton Manning, Demarius Thomas Demarius Thomas and Julius Thomas days. Remember when we had a tight end that was scoring double-digit touchdowns?
Yep.
Like granted he didn't block, but he was always consistent, man. We had the Travis Kelce of the division.
Yeah, I think he had 3 of the 7 touchdown passes in Peyton Manning's season opener game where he set that 7 game or 7 touchdowns.
Against the Ravens. Yeah. See, I'm looking for stuff like that there. And then I'm looking at, like stuff like, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes winning MVP in their second season. Granted, they didn't get to the Super Bowl. Pat Mahomes got to the Super Bowl. I'd much rather get to the Super Bowl than win MVP. But at the same time, I'm seeing like Joe Burrow go to the Super Bowl in his second season. Like it can be done in the second season. A lot can be done, a lot of changes. And we didn't have a lot of changes to the wide receiver room, which I like because then it's not a whole bunch of new people coming in having to be, conditioned and fit in and everything. He knows what's up. He knows what these guys could do last season. He saw them. And then it's just the one addition is the Evan Ingram, right? R.J. Harvey, and those are extra pass catchers. They're not always the first look. Although I think we're going to see a lot of plays that we didn't even think about to see for Evan Ingram.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's going to be super beneficial in how everyone sees the Broncos just based off the fact that they haven't seen it in years. They don't think we're capable of it. They're not going to see it coming. I think we're going to catch a lot of teams off guard. And I think one of the biggest first ones is going to be Cincinnati when they come to town. I feel like that's just going to be a domination for us, and we're going to take that and show the league what's up. And then the power ranking is going to shift real quick if we take a W in Cincinnati.
Yeah, man, the Broncos. Let's see if they come on now. All we got to do is shock the world in these first 4 games. You're right. And then especially like a game like a Cincinnati where everybody's like, oh, it's going to be a shootout because it is. They don't got defense. If our offense is locked in, man. So was that week 4? That's week 4 right there. So we got Titans, Colts, Chargers, Bengals. We'll know what's up with the Broncos team, I think, by that slew of teams right there, right? Because I think out of those teams, like, I mean, we're just talking about, what the Titans got to do to turn around and get to the playoffs, right? Like they can have that turnaround that Houston Texans turn around, go to the playoffs, right? The Colts, maybe that, might not be a challenging game, but then the Chargers and the Bengals, those are 2 teams that should be in the playoffs. I think we'll know what's up.
And I think power rankings wise, they're both technically above us, just based off of experience throughout the roster and what they've already put out there. We only had one season.
Garbage.
Yeah, I think if we come out and dominate both those teams, and taking out Harbaugh, and then going in Cincinnati, taking out Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and because their passing team, Joe Burrow looks good through his receivers. I think if with the corners that we have now, we have the defending defensive player of the year on one side, and then we have a rookie corner. We have Riley Moss. We have so many weapons in terms of like, okay, cool. Riley's not really keeping up with T. Higgins. Let's go ahead and switch it out. Jedi, get in there. Let's see what you got.
And that's it too, right there, right? Like, man, once Barron starts clicking in, it's over. Because if he clicks in, I'm telling you, like, it's shut down defense. What are you gonna do?
No fly zone version 2.
I'm here for it.
Yep.
Yeah. So my prediction, I don't know my prediction for the game. Let's see. I'm gonna go 28-17.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Just look at this post. I'm sharing the network. Craziest names in college football this season. There's that guy, Indiana Jones, here in Colorado, plays for Rocky Mountain College. The coldest Crawford. What's up with people naming? What? People just know. They're like, my kid's going to be a sports star.
Right. Come on now.
General Booty. Yeah, there's some weird names. That's how I feel about Broncos season. Better not be General Booty. That's all I know. But yeah, I think by week 4 we'll know what's up with the team. I think we'll know where they stand. We'll know kind of what the identity is for the most part, right? I think last year we were like 0-3 come week 4, and then we turn it around. So who knows? But that's what I feel. I think they'll be a little bit more locked in.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good season. I think we're really going to show the league what we're worth, what we got. I think, it's going to put us on the map. We got all the right pieces. It seems like a year meant for us, honestly, in terms of like showing up and showing out. We got the right head coach. We got the right defensive coordinator. We got everything locked in. We got the right coaching staff. We got the right pieces in the right positions.
I think and I think Sean Payton knew what he was doing too when he came out and was like, yeah, I think we can win. We can go to the Super Bowl. Hey, maybe. I think he believes it. I think we can go to the Super Bowl maybe. But I think also too, it just lit another fire, right? It's something to be said when people believe in you, right? When you're doing stuff, you're like, dang, like, oh, gosh, I got to do this now, right? Like every little detail is on top. And granted, maybe they had that before too, but I think it just adds a little bit more intrigue to it.
Right, exactly. It's the team that Sean Payton envisioned when he, took this position. It wasn't, he came in hoping that he can make stuff work. Cena wasn't working real fast under the Russell Wilson era, and made the changes that he needed to make and got the right people in the right places and secured the right draft picks, and it's just worked out. It seems like divine intervention in terms of how things work with the Broncos. It seems like when we're on our lowest luck is when we, pull something out, and that's what carries our eras going through it. Like before Peyton Manning came in, we were in the same position, the same boat, where it's just like, what are we doing? Like we were just championship team, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and now we're just the bottom of the AFC West with the Raiders, and that's just not a position we like being in, and we're not comfortable being there. But then, changes happened in the organization where they brought in the sheriff, and then, Von Miller came back from injury, and everything just worked out beautifully where we developed a strong defense, and that carried us all the way through that 2015 year. We made it in 2013 as the greatest offense, and then we won it and lost to the Seahawks. And then came back 2 years after that with the strongest defense in the league and took it.
Yep. And defense wins championships has been the mantra for forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Sorry, I forgot about this draft, man. I'm just getting ready for it. I got the last pick in this draft in a 12-team league.
That's good. I don't mind that though at all. Just because then you get the first pick in the second round.
Yeah, true.
You're going back to back.
So this league is different. It's a no set league. So we don't have a bench. You
Okay.
just have your players.
Interesting.
And then so like if somebody gets hurt, so like you just have your starters. So like if somebody gets hurt, then you have to decide if you're gonna drop somebody or if you're gonna rock with it, right?
There's no IR position either?
No, I don't think so.
Oh boy.
Nope. There's just the team, there's just a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receiver, tight end, flex, kicker, defense.
Whew.
Yeah, so I got the 12th pick. I think I'm gonna go a little bit wild and just flip it on the side.
Yeah, man, and you get those back-to-back picks. So right out the gate, you get to run with whatever, and there's no delay, no hesitation. You can just go. I usually always build my cues. I build my cues in the order I want them to be drafted in, and just go based off of that, and just run it back to my cue list every time.
I like that. I just sometimes I do that, and then sometimes just like, all right, I know.
It's just so challenging, like when you have more people in the league too, because that's where I will most likely definitely always go with the queue. If it's a league of like 6 people, 8 people, yeah, I mean the queue list can be somewhat helpful, but not as much as it would be for like a 12-man league where you can guarantee your guys are gone. It's going to give you that idea. Okay, my overall first queue pick went down, so now I got to go through my list and see who's still available. It puts your tops right there for you where you're like, all right, these ones are still available. I'm running it back with these 2.
We'll see. I'll see who's available. I think I know. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it over and reverse it. But for like our draft tonight, man, we didn't do draft positions yet, huh?
No, not yet. I think that'll probably get announced like probably 6 p.m.
Well, didn't you win last year?
I did.
So you're last, bro.
Which means I'm first.
You don't get to pick, bro. You don't get to pick. You gotta pick and you start picking in round 3, right? That's how it goes. Nah. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if we can randomize it on the Yahoo app, because on the Sleeper app you could just randomize the picks.
I think that's what Sam usually typically does do, is randomize it. And I can't recall what I got overall last time. I don't think it was first or last. I'm pretty sure I was like kind of dead in the middle of like 7th pick or something like that, 8th pick. But I could have even gone a little higher than that. I think I might have gotten 4th pick or something like that, because I went with Lamar Jackson, quarterback, first overall.
Oh yeah, changed it up, 2 quarterback league, and then you won.
Yeah.
So maybe we should probably.
I went quarterback for my first 2 picks, and it paid off, but didn't pay off at the same time, because I think I went Lamar and Tua, went down in like week 3 for like most of the season.
But then he came back though.
Yeah, and it didn't help me out any, because at that point I already had picked up Bo Nix off of being dropped after like week 4 or something like that.
I think I dropped Bo Nix.
Yeah, and then I picked him up and utilized him here and there. I think I had like 4 quarterbacks at one point in time. I think it was Derek Carr, Lamar Jackson, Tua, and Bo.
As well.
Yeah, and Derek Carr kind of just was a fill-in here and there for bye weeks. Tua was on injured reserve, off injured reserve, back on injured reserve. And then Bo Nix secured the championship game for me, going against the 3rd-string Chiefs. Putting up
let them win.
Yeah, putting up like 42 points that game. I was like, yeah, I like it.
Timing, man. Timing be everything.
Yep. I think it took all the way up to the last, like, probably 5 minutes of the Broncos game, being the last game of the season for our league, for me to, like, solidify victory. I was just grinding teeth and clenching fists all the way through that matchup. It was a great championship game, man. I was nervous the whole way through, and then I took an early lead, and then whoever I was playing came back and held the lead for probably a couple days or something like that until that last game of that last night. And I, in the last couple minutes, pulled it out and had a sure victory and held my tongue as long as I could in our chat. And then finally, when I knew it was a sure thing, finally spoke up and said, yeah, like, I want it. This is it.
Yeah. This year is going to be different, though. I'm winning. Claiming it. I'm manifesting it.
In our league, there's only one sure thing, and that's that Eric is not going to be attending the draft and still end up with a baller roster somehow.
Wow.
Every year, man. That man just lets the computer pick his team, and he somehow ends up always like top 4 in our league. I don't get it.
Yeah. I think I should just auto draft. Might be best. Well, because auto draft picks the best player available, which is usually a good player for the most part.
Right. Yeah. It's not completely randomized, but randomized, people would suck.
Yeah.
How many leagues are you in this year?
Not a whole lot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
5.
And last year, I was only dedicated to R1. I was only in one league and pretty much committed all my time, energy, and research into that one league, and it paid off. It shows that, if you pay attention, you're doing what you need to do, that you can really outplay everybody. Just 'cause I was always there every Tuesday morning, switching out players, ready to go for that Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Switching things up on Friday and Saturday at the last second, making sure got everyone in the right position. I have the best projected points. I'm looking at the opponents they're playing. I'm reading, all the dialogues in between, saying, how they think they're going to do, who's been doing what on defense. I'm not going to put a quarterback in against the number 1 ranked defense, no matter what their projected points are,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at all. Unless I can. I mean, I feel like in our league, though, you run out of quarterbacks so fast. Like, you have to put them in regardless. Like, or else you're putting in Sam Ellinger.
Right.
For sure.
Right. You got to put in an injured Tua.
Yeah, which sucks.
Right. You're like, is he going to play 1 quarter, 3 quarters? We know he's not going to play the whole game.
Mm-hmm. But shoot, man, I mean, if you're looking for another league, let me know. I got a free league somewhere that'll be starting with some friends.
Nice.
Yeah, it's on CBS Sports.
Nice. Yeah, I got our league, and then I got my work league on ESPN Fantasy.
Nice. Hop over to Sleeper, man. Just jump on Sleeper and just join a random league. See how fun it is.
Yeah, I like for some reason, anybody that knows me with how I draft and everything like that, I like to draft my quarterbacks, man, because even in my work league, I have Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, and that's the 3 quarterbacks I have.
Why so many quarterbacks? I guess I got actually in this league I just drafted 4. Oh, it's my foosball league.
One reason I always draft a good amount of quarterbacks is for injury. Well, I guess I have 3 reasons: injury, bye week, and trade purpose. I know there's going to be that one person that goes heavy on running backs and wide receivers right off the bat, and they're going to sleep on quarterbacks. They're going to need one eventually, and it leaves it open for me to consider trades and do the barter system. And, well, you got this, but I want that, and you need a quarterback, so what you got for me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got Jane Daniels and Brock Purdy in this league. But in my dynasty, I got
Lamar, but I got Josh Allen, which I'm okay with.
That's like the same player for the most part.
Right.
For the most part. I have in my dynasty, I got McCarthy Cam Ward, and Sam Darnold. Going young, bruh.
And I got the Broncos defense too.
Oh shoot! How'd you get the Broncos defense?
Only half of this. There's 8 people in this league. Only half of them are actually like really well understood on the sports side of things, and they're very committed and all that. The other 4 are kind of just like, sure, I'll join.
Smart.
Yeah, and so it went my way where I got everybody I wanted. Broncos were still available. No one drafted defense yet, and I said, you know what? It's the Broncos defense. I ain't passing up them points.
Number 1 defense, especially they're gonna get so many points. Like last year, I feel like it was the kickers who got a lot of points.
It was. Some of those kickers, some of those weeks, man, putting up 18 to 20 points, and it's like, man, you're a kicker. What you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel like it'll be the defenses this year, and plus, what does it say?
And that's also what I consider too, even down to the kickers. I got Brandon Aubrey. I don't see the Cowboys getting many touchdowns. I see them settling for a lot of field goals. So that's just giving me some of them points there.
Yeah, Brandon Aubrey he was getting like 16, 18 points last season.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of points for sure that you get from the kicker point. And he can kick from anywhere in the field.
Exactly. And I don't see Dak getting into the end zone much. So
dang. You heard it here. Static.
Yeah.
Huh?
Unless the CD Lamb breakaway.
Oof. They got Pickens too.
True. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. You know, it's one of those weird things, though.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy keeps trying to do this weird trade on my dynasty, and I don't want to do it. He wants to trade. Tell me if you would do this trade. All right. So Austin Eckler, Cortland Sutton, George Pickens for Ladd McConkey, Ollie Gordon, and a 2nd-round pick. And this is a dynasty league, so you're keeping these players for the future too.
Is that the same league you're getting last pick in?
No, this is a different one.
Okay, I was gonna say, man, you're gonna get last pick of first round, first pick of 2nd round, and then an additional pick in 2nd round. That might.
Yeah, the 2nd-round pick seems good. It's just I don't want Austin Eckler.
Right.
I think Ollie Gordon has a better future.
Yeah,
I think Ladd McConkey has a better future than Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, hands down. I don't care about the 2nd pick. And then the guy's trying to tell me, he's like, I've sent you a solid trade. Like, make a counter. And I was like, I don't care about this trade. And then I'm going to tell him, send me a 1st-round pick.
Right, exactly. And it's like, you know,
on Ladd, send me 2 1st-round picks.
If it was a solid trade proposal, I wouldn't be questioning it, man. It'd be a sure thing I'd hit accept right off the bat. So, I mean, it's not that solid.
It is not at all. And I'm going to tell him to send me a quarterback.
Yep. I want a quarterback. I want a 1st-round pick.
I want Drake May. I don't want Cortland Sutton. I want Tech McMillan. See, that's the thing. It's like those players are good. And I like Cortland Sutton. And I like George Pickens. Or Austin Eckler was solid or whatever. But they're not good enough to help me win a championship this year.
Right.
Like, they're not going to win me a championship this year, so I don't see why I would want aging players that aren't going to get anything done for me.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going to modify and tell him, oh, he was asking me for my 2nd-round pick next season. So I'm going to tell him I want 2 1st-round picks. I think I like that. All right, he wants Ladd McConkey and Ollie Gordon in my 2nd-round pick, so I want George Pickens, Drake May, Ted McMillan, and 2 1st-round picks. I think that's as solid as his trade offer was.
Right.
I think so.
And then just message and be like, I mean, I feel like it's a solid pick. Or I think that's a solid trade proposal. If you don't like it, you can counter.
Yeah, I would say, hey, you need receivers for the future, right? You need running backs for the future, but your running back's old. I mean, guys, there we go. It's like, nah, dude. Plus, I'm not trading Ladd McConkey if I'm building him for my future. Like, if he's one of my building pieces for the future, why am I going to trade him for no picks? No picks. He says, I'm interested in Ladd and Ollie. Like, stupid.
Like, oh, I'm interested in what I sent you. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right. But yeah. Got any music? Let's talk about some music, man. Let's take a break real quick.
when we get back, we'll talk about the music, New Music Friday.
Yes, sir.
Saturday morning.
Yes, sir. New Music Friday on Saturday. We'll be back, guys. Hit that like button, hit that share button, tell your friends. It's fantasy or fantasy report. The bus stop. You're watching the bus stop over on Shady Sports Network. Let's get this promo in. We'll be right back.
My name is Anton Popoff, and this is my 6th year of college football. Training during the hottest times of the day is a recipe for muscle cramps, which is why electrolytes are so important. Hydration is crucial for my performance. Dragon Salt eliminates muscle cramps and boosts your overall energy level. Whether it's a weight room or field session, I fuel up with Dragon Salt beforehand. It's been a game changer for me, and it'll be a game changer for you.
Yeah, game changers. Before nice. What up, Sam? Sam says you and him are competing for the longest hair in the network. Get there. I'm coming for you guys. I'm growing by way of beard though.
Mine's is getting pretty long, man. Mine's getting pretty long.
Yeah. How long are you gonna grow it out to?
I don't know. I'm starting to let that Native American vibe come out of me, where I just think it'll just keep going until I got to do maintenance on it or something, like some split ends and all that nonsense. But it's just going, man. I have no plans to cut it anytime soon. So
yeah, I hear you there. No need to, man. Look at Samson in the Bible. What was I gonna say? Speaking of game changers, yeah, game changer, man. Before we get into new music, Friday on Saturday, who is your game changer for today's game, or Sunday's Broncos Titans game next week?
I'm gonna go with Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram's gonna be a new X factor that he's gonna show, and he did in that last preseason game. He was out there for such a little amount of time and made such a big impact.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what he's going to do with the full game.
I like that. I'm here for that. I second that. That'll be my game changer. I'm good with it. But yeah. So, what do we got for new music?
Joey Badass came out with a full album. Lonely at the Top. Been well anticipated on my end. I'm a Joey Badass fan for sure. So, it's something that I'll be listening to heavily and getting some good study on. And the last album before that was one of my favorite albums. So
yeah, I feel like Joey do a good job bringing that hip hop feel.
Yeah, it's true New York, true East Coast,
like him and ASAP Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Are probably my favorite New York rappers.
Yeah, hands down, definitely. All the way back from even the Capital Steez days and all that. It's one of those things where they've just been holding it down. On the underground end of that has been Flatbush Zombies.
Yeah, boy.
Flatbush has held it down for a while and a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I already just listened to it. I like the beats on here.
Yeah, and that's
straight New York feel.
You don't just jump on anything. That's the thing I love about him is he's very particular about his beat choice, his production styles, all the way down to his ad libs. very careful and tedious.
Mm-hmm. You got you got a favorite song already on the album?
Nah, I haven't given it 100% full listen yet. I've listened to a few of them, but not all of them. So to have a well-rounded favorite, I feel like I should give all the other tracks a chance still as well.
Okay. What else we got?
We also got Key Glock, All Eyes on Key deluxe album.
Deluxe album. What does that even mean nowadays?
Right?
31
It's
songs.
a little early, you know. It's just it's a big play on Tupac. It's the Glocka Valley album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 31 songs on it though. That's a lot of songs.
Right, and usually like it's not something you see with them coming out with the deluxe right away. Usually it's typically release the album with 17 tracks, then a couple weeks later come out with the deluxe, get double the sales.
Mm-hmm. He was like, "Nah, just do it. I know I got it."
Right.
Okay.
It's right around your city music.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I got some pretty good beats on it. Dope beats on it. Straight up with 31 tracks, you could ride around the whole city.
Right.
I only see 21 right here. Disc 1, disc 2. Oh, never mind. 31 tracks. Damn, I feel like didn't Kendrick do like this album cover too? With the head of thorns.
Yeah, but his were I think these are like literal like thorns. I think
wow.
Kendrick Price still has that halo of thorns, but that thing was solid gold.
Definitely some ride around music.
Right.
So is this on your cool list, your corny list? I think it's cool.
I think the first two, Joey Badass and Key Glock, I think those both go down as cool for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We also got DJ Khaled came out with the track called Brother.
Brother.
Malone. Yeah, featuring Post Malone and NBA. Your boy.
My boy. Lions. I saw a picture the other day. It was like a little lion with his hairline pushed back. It was just a lion. His mane was like on his shoulders, bro. Is Post Malone a rapper or is he a singer now?
I think maybe went with the T-Pain dynamic of rapper turned singer.
Yeah. He always reminded me of Janis Joplin.
Fair.
You know, like that country twang. DJ Khaled always be on like he was like, I don't care, man. I'll do it. I have
Right.
no problem going any direction.
Exactly. It's like, it sounds good. You like my beats? You're gonna buy it? All right, put my name on it. NBA boy, young boy, goes to deliver on this one, man.
When you got Post Malone on the hook, bro, you gotta go off, right? Look at every song with Post Malone on the hook. I'm telling you, the verses go off.
Right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's
And
one
you got
thing.
DJ Khaled on the beat.
Right. That's one thing about Post Malone is this that I tend to give him his flowers on is that he really does bring out the best in people on the tracks.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I'm not about to let Post Malone outdo me on this track. Come on now. He made Sunflower. Nah. Yeah. I like it. I'm with it, bro. It's like some hands across America type stuff or something. Oh man, it's like this generation's version of We Are the World.
Right. Which I figured would have came from Lil Dicky of all people, other than that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised it's not on here. It didn't be on
Right.
the remix.
Right.
Bet they'll have little Dicky on the remix of the cartoon.
Right. He'll be on the deluxe version.
Gosh, it sounds like a little Dicky song.
And then as a honorable mention, we don't have to listen to any of the tracks on this one, but for all the 16-year-old girls and all the ladies that do love it, Sabrina Carpenter came out with a new album.
Who's that?
Sabrina Carpenter?
I
She's
don't
the
know who it is.
depresso girl.
Oh,
No, it's her something about an espresso.
what is this? Oh, Nespresso. Yeah, they have that on SNL. Oh, was this
If you're a
Reggie?
if you're a 16-year-old girl or your girlfriend, you probably love that shit.
Yeah.
Um, one I'm excited to listen to. I haven't listened to any of it yet. Is Erica Badu and the Alchemist came out with an album.
What?
Erica Badu and the Alchemist. You heard that
What?
right. It's called Abby and Alan.
Uh, oh wait, this is old.
Is it?
Well, this one I'm looking at is Next to You. You said that one was called.
Abby and Alan, the album.
Yeah. So it looks like they did this one back in June. So that one, I don't even think that one's come out yet. Do you have it?
It looks according to this, it might be postponed until
I don't know. I don't have that one. I have this one. It's pretty sick. Her and Alchemist. There's some sick soul music coming out though. Neo soul. What about Boss Man D-Lo? Is he on your list?
Boss Man D-Lo. He is not.
He got a new 2-track single. I guess it's not
Okay.
a single, huh? It's a single with 2 tracks. 2 singles. Nah, it's 2 singles. Flood and Resurrect the Trap.
Yeah, so what I'm reading on the Erykah Badu deal is that just yesterday they released a postponing of the album release.
Get my hopes up, man. Get my hopes
Mine
up.
too. So what happens when you do your research 3 days ahead of time?
Well, they still have that other one though from June. Looks like they have that one I hadn't heard either, so I'll check that one out. So
Yeah,
thanks for putting me in that direction.
it should be good once it comes out. It's Erykah
Of
Badu
course.
and Alchemist. Can't go wrong with that.
Right? She only dropped like 1 song every 10 years.
Exactly.
So like so.
Hard when you're raising Andre 4000.
Great. And all they want to do is play tambourines.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Anything else?
We got the Kid Leroy dropped a new song. She Don't Need to Know.
Kid Leroy.
Yeah, which he's gone into more of a poppy singer vibe. I really liked him when he first came out, when he was with Juice WRLD a lot. Some of his stuff is pretty dope, but a lot of it is very touchy-feely, like for your girlfriend kind of music.
Mm-hmm. Tory Lanez dropped the track.
Yeah, there's some rumors through the grapevine that he's going to be getting out here pretty soon.
Keep dropping music. What did he drop? Didn't he drop like a whole album like last week or 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Or another track. No, it was a single, I think, and he just dropped this single.
Yeah.
Nice. Bro, it looked like my homie dropped that album the other day. Jeff Venom.
Jeff Venom.
Yeah, Pick Your Poison. Kind of got like a Mortal Technique type style.
Who we will be seeing here in 20 days.
20 days. I almost got tickets the other day for Anderson .Paak. He comes 3 days before Atmosphere.
Yeah.
The Mission.
Okay.
We saw Leon Bridges at the Mission. I like the Mission Ballroom.
Same. It's a fun venue.
Yeah. It was sick. I didn't even know my boy dropped an album. This really makes me want to do so. Pretty good beats.
I like the beats. I like those beats.
Mm-hmm. Kind of sound a little bit like Exhibit. Just kind of that older flow, man. I love that old school style. Just flowing.
Right.
Bro, I could rock with this. I could ride around town with this, looking for it.
Yeah, this is some right around your city music too.
Yeah.
And we also got West Side Gun came out with The Hills Have Eyes 2 album.
Okay.
Anybody that doesn't know West Side Gun, out of Buffalo, New York, he's got that East Coast style to him as well.
There we go, man. East Coast coming back.
Right. It's a 12 track album. The album cover is pretty funny. I do like it. It's got a wrestlers like WWF style.
Yeah, who is that?
It looks to me it looks like what's his name from UFC that lost to John Jones every time.
Oh, I don't
Daniel
even know.
Cormier. He looks like Daniel Cormier, but I know
Oh
it's
man.
not.
Well, shoot, the second track is Hill Cena. So if you guys follow wrestling, if you don't, check out Monarchs. What is it? Monarch Madness. Our wrestling show every Monday night, and they'll tell you about Hill Cena. I think
Yeah, it's got a big wrestling dynamic to this album.
yeah, that's cool, right? I feel like we've been seeing crossovers in sports, right? Might as well see crossovers with sports and music.
Right.
I mean, they walk down to music, right? They walk out to music.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, and that's been kind of one of the bigger dynamics and better positions for music in WWE, WWF, UFC is those walkouts, man. They're legendary.
Yeah. Monarchs of Wrestling, my bad.
I
You know,
still can't
guys,
hear. Still can't hear glass shattering without thinking of Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know,
bro. And then, you know, you see somebody dropping from the sky, right? You think no. But no, yeah, that's cool to see the crossover. Like
right?
see putting that direct influence. I think that's what like Wu-Tang was, you know, that was their biggest thing, right? They did the direct influence from the martial arts movies that they would watch. So it's cool to see somebody take this direction with wrestling. I'd like to see them, man. I'd watch a music videos like kind of like a wrestling match sit to it. You know what I mean? Like kind of sped up or slowed down to it or whatnot. That'd be cool.
Right, exactly. You know, that's the whole premise of the bus stop. You know, it's mixing both these worlds together, sports and music. Man, we love to see this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so let's get that clash. We need to hit up Westside Gun. Westside Gun, have your people reach out to our people. We'll get this going. I know you're watching, so
our people is Sam.
Yeah. Our people is us.
And yep.
Our people is me. Sam's even too busy to be our people.
So, right, exactly.
Yeah.
And the last one I got really for the new music Saturday is gonna be Bryson Tiller's new song "When I Pull Up," and that pretty much rounds off everything that I got for the new week for new music.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Bryson Tiller has an album coming out October 2nd.
Yep.
Oh dang! It's a 2-disc album too.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting back to a better standard of albums where it's not 12 songs of 2 minutes long. It's getting back to that good structure of 31 tracks, 5 minutes a piece. That's an album.
Well, yeah, when you got AI making an album, you got to be like, nah, hold on. Listen to my 75 track album that you know I made.
Right.
You know, listen to the style. You can hear the same style in all of it. I don't see when I pull up. I see pull up. Is it pull up? No, it's Gierbo.
Bryson Tiller, When I Pull Up. And yeah, going back over the list while we listen in on this, we got Joey Badass with his full album, Key Glock with his full album, DJ Khaled with his one song with Post Malone and NBA Youngboy,
which is 6 song.
Yeah.
As we determine if Post Malone is singing on the hook, it's a 6 song.
Exactly.
That's just the rules.
Sabrina Carpenter to mix up the genres for us.
Nespresso, right? Or espresso. I don't know what it was.
I would say depresso.
Depresso. I know the song you're talking about, though. So freaking scary how freaking catchy it is, but
yeah, exactly, and that's why I felt like it was an honorable mention for the list. You know, it changes up genres and everything, and branches us out for the ladies too.
Right? There's yeah, sure.
We got Erykah Badu and The Alchemist that have a delayed album. We're going to be listening on that when it releases. We'll talk more about that one, definitely. We got Kid Laroi came out with a new song with West Side Gun with a full album. And Bryson Tiller when I pull up. And it seems like we're getting back, like I said, into the dynamics of full albums, not just these small. Two of these West Side Gun and the Key Glock album are monster albums in terms of track lists.
Yeah. And then I mean even this Bryson Tiller one too, as far as the track list.
Yeah.
Looking at this album, there's 24 tracks. That's still pretty massive.
Yeah.
And man, what's up with your boy Young Thug?
He getting unfollowed a lot lately, it seems like.
He's just putting all Atlanta laundry out there.
Yep.
It's wild.
Got caught up in it.
Yes, they are regular people.
But they come back from it, man. The era of snitching is becoming a thing, man. You got Tekashi, you got Gunna, now you got Young Thug. I don't see it affecting Young Thug's sales at all, honestly.
At all. People don't care. They're like, I don't even buy the music anyway. I just listen to it. Their sales are based off how many times their songs will listen to majority of the time anyway.
Right.
When's the last time you bought an album?
Man, I think the last album I bought was probably The Game.
Do you buy albums on your phone?
No. I just pay for Amazon Unlimited Music. So.
Exactly, and that pays them based off how many times you listen to their stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is nowadays. So it has to be a banger, right? It has to be a good song.
Well, and actually, one thing that I'm getting back into from the last album I bought was Mac Miller Blue Slide Park is vinyls.
Vinyls. See, that's a different story, though. I buy vinyls just because dang, you mentioned that, man. I think I might just have to get a new record player. Ours is broken. I was going to fix it, but it might be cheaper to just buy a new one.
Yeah, these days it is, man. These days it is. Vinyls are making that huge comeback where, you got people like Taylor Swift that's releasing the same album 12 different ways, all on vinyl, and people have all different 12 copies, and she gets the sale numbers from all those. That's what makes her $1.6 billion net worth.
Dang. The Ohio State coach got a nipple ring on? Bro, X is wild. I was looking. Dang.
X is a different kind of platform these days.
Man. Joker had 37 points in 31 minutes for Serbia.
Yep, I think they're 6-0 against European teams right now. They're undefeated.
That's wild.
He's putting himself up as the best player in the world and proving why.
And then they want to talk about trading them.
Right.
Stupid.
Yeah, even Valanciunas has been putting up numbers for his team. I think Valanciunas had a crazy stat line of like his 5 stats, like with 1 block, bunch of rebounds, a steal, and like 24 points or something like that.
Let's go. It's going to be a fun season.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Shoot, man, that was a good music list, though. I think I got some good tracks to carry me through the week for sure.
Right, and that's the whole purpose of this show for all our viewers out there is, give y'all something new to listen to, something old to listen to, everything that's came out. If you need new music in your playlist, you need to know what just came out. That's why you tune into the bus stop. We talk about it all.
Get you a little bit of sports on top of that too.
Exactly. We talk about your fantasy league, our fantasy league, their fantasy league. We talk about it all.
Yes, sir. So, guys, keep tuning in. NFL season's starting. Rolling into it. We'll have some updates for you. Just some good chatter. Come hang out at the bus stop with us.
Definitely.
You got anything else before we close up for the weekend?
Just keep tuning in, guys. Keep sharing, keep commenting, keep liking. We're here every Saturday, 9:30 Mountain Standard Time. Tune in to Fantasy Sports.
Don't be like Simon.
Don't be like Simon. Age like fine wine. Age like fine wine.
Without the lid on it, without the cap on it. Oh shoot, bro! I'm supposed to be drafting right now.
we could end our episode so Mr. Gemini can get into his draft and focus on that.
Yeah.
If you got a draft coming up, who are you drafting? Who's your number one pick? You're going in round 1.
Oh, an auto pick for me. Oh, I got Devon A-Chain and Amon Ra.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, but I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to get Malik Neighbors. He was gone. But it sucks. Now I got to wait. Oh, I was going to get Brock Bowers, too. He was gone the 5th pick.
And maybe we could chat with Sam in our fantasy league. Maybe tonight we will go live for our draft if anybody wants to tune into that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. What time is the draft for tonight?
8 p.m. I know we did it last year. That was before Shady Sports Network has hit the numbers that we're hitting these days. So we'll see if we can do a repeat and go live for our draft.
Yeah. Let's get it on there so I can – hopefully I get the number 1 pick so I can pick Lamar Jackson.
Hopefully I get the last pick so I can go back-to-back. So I'm cool with that. I like taking – 2 of the best players off the board right off the bat. People are like, oh, I'm going for that one next round. And then they see me just clean sweep it and take who they wanted the next round and in their 3rd pick.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. This year, like I said, is my year to win. So I got to get in on this draft, though, man. I already not want Devon A-Chain. That sucks. All right. Well, shoot, man. I'm looking forward to the game next week. We'll still have – we got one more show in before the game next week. So we'll do our official pregame next Saturday.
And every Saturday going in the season, really, all big games happen on Sunday. So tune in with us. We'll chat about everything that's going to be happening on the following day on game days.
We'll hit you with our predictions. We'll try to go through and get all our – I'll at least try to get my predictions in too. And then because I'll follow along with that.
I got Broncos 34-13.
There we go. And then I got the Broncos. What did I say? 28-17.
Yeah, 28-17. Yep.
So, yeah. Be a good game. Guys, keep tuning in. We had Around the Indoor Football World this morning, every Saturday morning, 6:30 Mountain Time. We have Dynasty Academy talking fantasy football on Thursday nights, as well as fantasy reports on Tuesday nights and Sundays. We have Eagles Elite. We have Monarchs of Wrestling. All types of shows over here on Shady Sports Network. So tune in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching at, wherever you're checking us out. Hit that subscribe button and keep rocking with us because we will bring more stuff all across the board. Check out the website, shadysportsnetwork.com. We got all types of articles popping up. We got stickers. We got my fantasy football guide over on the website as well, too. If you're getting into fantasy football, that'll help you get started up. We have rankings, live sports, all types of stuff. So come on, keep rocking with Shady Sports Network. Not to mention the homie Brandon Blanks, Matt over at brandonblanks.com. He did all the gear, the merch, so the Fantasy Reports merch, the Shady Sports merch. He did all of that for us and can probably make any merch you like. So check him out also, guys, and keep rocking with us. Just hit that like button. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll be talking about getting your music list tuned up. And then, like I said, going into those previews for the week. All right, Static. Pleasure having me on, man. Yeah, man. I love doing this show. So let's stay in touch. And then until next Saturday, everybody else, have a great one.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.